that's the bottom line. But
Yeah.
I think but I've never really told the whole story of all of that. And there's more to the story which isn't appropriate for recording that I wouldn't want shared. So
Well, that's
um
what I'm looking at. So I was looking at your form to see if I can find you your like to try and do some research on you because I bet if you were to find something about you, you would probably have only told about like 5% of that whole story. Um, and that is probably the bit that you want to focus on that will then pull everyone else in to sell these bigger, more beautiful, lavish, like murals because that is like the core thing. It's like you've got all this history behind it. The little bits are the piecemeal bits which will lead to it, but the big story and your big power is what's going to lead you to the big projects in the big dream. But if you're only showing a little bit of it, a little bit's only gonna you're only gonna get little bits of work from it. So that's what I think
yeah.
probably is if I was like I'll do a bit of research in a minute whilst Jen's talking. Um, we could I think that's probably going to be where you're sticking yourself because you're still not fully believing like your whole story. Like you're not and we need to really cement that because once you've got that cemented, from that you'll have so much to talk about and you'll naturally then attract people in because your story will be so magnetic because
Yeah.
it just needs to be told in a way that you're clear on it because when you're clear on it, a bit like Jen said, everything else will make so much sense because you'll have like this golden thread that will sort of go through everything.
Yeah. 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 I get that, and I haven't ever really told the story. And lots of the story I feel like I can't.
Yeah. And like with personal branding stuff, you don't have to like share every minute detail, but I think
No.
even like you said now, that's whole story and whole journey of how you've got from here to here to here. Because when I was listening to it, I was like, okay, where does this go? If you've started in social work, like how are you now in art? Like where does that all come from? Where does that stem from? Like
Yeah.
have to like give the nitty gritty, but it's going to be um your why or like your core values, which will like deep root on everything, and you don't need to share like minute details.
No, no.
I think
Well,
it's
I know why and how I became an artist. So unfortunately, I don't mind sharing this. Unfortunately, my mum died when I was 6. She took her own life, and I went back to school. And the teacher in the 70s, I don't know if you had them at your age at school, but do you remember the pencil sharpeners that you used to that were joined to the table and used to sharpen
yeah.
the pencils? Everybody wanted to use that for the teacher, didn't they? And she said, here's some new color pencils. You can use a pencil sharpener wherever you want, and you can draw whenever you feel like it because you're the best artist in the world. That was the moment I became an artist.